Welcome to another gripping installment of Denton's Story Time. And what wonderful story do I have for you today? Well, the Norse goddess Freyja was very partial to gold. She was very partial to quite a few things, actually. Yes, she didn't get her association with love and romance from nothing at all, I can tell you. No, not by a long way. But in particular, she really liked her necklace, known as BRISINGAMEN, a wonderful golden object manufactured by the dwarves, who were, of course, famous for making amazing things like nobody else could. Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and Odin's spear, Gungnir, for example, they possessing a wonderful, unmatched craftsmanship, which just goes to show size doesn't really matter, well, at least when you're making things. Now, whether it was an actual necklace, as we would understand that term today, like a string with, say, golden beads on it, or it was a torc, which was more like a solid band of metal, well, that's hard to say. Nor if it had any particular magic qualities, as other things manufactured by the dwarves did. That isn't made clear, so anything on that is pure speculation. Now, the name BRISINGAMEN is an Old Norse compound word, the second part meaning a torc, an ornamental neck ring, while the first part comes from the Norse word brisingen, a poetic term meaning amber or fire, something that glowed or shone brightly, and that would make it the shining torc or the fiery torc, indicating that it was very brilliant to look at. However, there's another possibility. The word may actually be a reference to an otherwise unmentioned race of beings with the same name, the Brisinga, in which case that would make it the torc of the Brisinga. Well, there they are. As I said, there's no mention of them anywhere else. One theory that I saw is that the dwarves who made it were the Brisinga. So in that case, it was named after its makers, presumably by its makers. Talk about blow your own trumpet. They certainly weren't hiding their light under a bushel. But how did Freyja get the necklace, or torc? Well, that was really a bit of an accident. Well, it wasn't planned at all. It was a pure accident. The oft-quoted story of the origin of this necklace, or torc, take a pick, is recounted in the saga of Olaf Tryggvason, which was compiled from various old tales that have been handed down by word of mouth over the centuries. Not the best way to keep stories accurate, it must be said, given the fallibles of human memory. And it was compiled in written form by two Christian priests in the 14th century. Also, not a very good way to keep old pagan stories accurate, since it clearly promotes Christian ideas and values as a result. Well, what would you expect? It was a couple of priests wrote it. Anyway, that story goes as follows. So you have to be a little bit suspicious. One has to take it with a pinch of salt, given how we come to have it. So, this is how it goes. Freyja was trotting along one day, enjoying the sunshine or whatever she was doing, when she was drawn by the chink chink ding ding sound of metalwork in progress. Little hammers busily banging away goodo. And on investigation, she found herself in a forge, where there were 4 dwarves, and they were finishing the most beautiful golden necklace she had ever seen. She's instantly filled with desire for it. Oh, she's full of desire. She was filled with desire quite often, but usually for romantic escapades, including her own brother on one occasion. Yes, but now, this time, she forgets all about lovey-dovey things. They just don't matter. They fade into the background the moment she claps her orbs onto that brilliant, glittering necklace, and she's determined to have it. Oh yes, she has got to have that necklace. Now she offers to buy it. "You must sell it to me, for I have to have it," said she. "I will give you treasure, I will give you silver, I will give you gold, for I cannot live without it. It is so beautiful." But the dwarves, they're sort of They're having none of that. All the silver in the world, nay, all the gold in the world cannot purchase it, for it has no price, thus it can't be sold. No. Well, that doesn't sit very well with Freyja. I mean, she's a goddess, after all. Goddesses don't like hearing the word no. Not by a long way. And these are mere dwarves. I mean, dwarves. Not very tasty ones at that. So she's not giving up that easily by a long way. Is there nothing in all the world that I could give you that would make you sell it? For I must have it. Is there nothing that would tempt you? Like Oscar Wilde's famous quip, the dwarves can resist anything except temptation. And they look at Freyja. Yes, they look at each other. Wow. They look back at Freyja again. And they like what they see. Oh yes, they really like what they see. You know what I mean? They know a good thing when they see it. And they say something along the lines of, "It were made by all of us, so you must buy it from all of us, individually. For the treasure we requires is the treasure of your affections. Oh, we like you. Oh, yes, we really do. We really like you a lot. So you must bed, each one of us in turn, for a night. And after 4 nights of bedding, it shall be yours." Now, Freyja looks at the dwarf. She's not impressed, to say the least. She isn't filled with a desperate romantic desire for their nocturnal company by a very long way. The dwarves are not exactly studs, you could say, but she is filled with desire for the necklace. Oh, yes, she's positively lusting after it at this stage, and she agrees to the bargain, which she'd agree to anything to get her mitts on it. So after 4 rather less than passion-filled nights, we must suppose, she is the proud possessor of the wonderful golden necklace. It becomes the very symbol of her, in fact. Well, she's less than proud of how she got it, and kind of, they just sweep that under the carpet, sort of thing. And in the telling of the tale by the 2 priests, of course, her behavior is seen as rather sinful and disgusting. Talk about disgusting. The promiscuity of it. How shocking! It's disgusting. Sort of promiscuity. I mean, who would have seen that coming? Well, for someone who once sat on her own brother for a bit of hanky-panky, how's your father, it doesn't really seem all that out of place. Oh well. The necklace is later involved in various adventures, which I won't go into here, including being stolen by Loki, who else, and then recovered by Heimdall. Now, here is a silver pendant, probably an amulet or talisman. The original is in the National Museum of Sweden, and this was discovered in the grave of Volva, a Norse shaman. And she was buried around 1000 AD in Östergötland in Sweden, along with her wand and numerous valuable items. Of course, Freyja was the first of Volva. And this pendant shows a woman with a large necklace, or torc, around her neck, and is generally thought to represent Freyja herself with her famous necklace, BRISINGAMEN. So, that is the usual version of how Freyja acquired her wonderful golden necklace. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I shall say goodbye for now, and see you in the next video. Oh, well, rather, you'll see me, but you know what I mean. Goodbye till then.